Now, listen, you guys, one thing about it is that the Babs will always wait for the perfect moment to remind you of your shade. We're going to talk about Matt Lamini and her latest album and what exactly was going on in as far as that album is concerned. Now, we're also going to be discussing about Lottery Ticket. It seems like she isn't happy with the mastering of her feature on Summer Walker's album. Meanwhile, Cardi B and TMZ are out there telling on themselves in as far as their relationship is concerned. Meanwhile, Offset allegedly also has a baby on the way. What in the fluid swapation is happening in this household? Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about Ma Dlamini. We are talking about Doja Cat. It seems like things are not really moving well for her in as far as her album is concerned or in as far as music is concerned in general. Her last two albums have not really been doing well on the charts. Now, when it comes to Scarlett, people were blaming it on the fact that, well, she didn't go pop as she usually does, and people were saying that is the reason why the album didn't do so well. And even Doja Cat herself said that, well, it was a fart album. She just had to push it out, basically making an excuse for how poorly it did on the charts. And previously, Matlamini has been doing absolutely amazing. But it's also important for us to note that one of the platforms that she has been consistently and constantly successful on is Spotify. She does get good playlisting on there, and I do believe that that has contributed so much when it comes to how well his songs were doing on the different charts. So before we delve into any other reasons why her two previous album might not have done well, let's just talk about the recent things that have been going on with Spotify. Now, you guys know that a lot of artists were losing listeners on Spotify, and Spotify is currently under scrutiny in as far as botation and fraudulent acts are concerned. So it means that a lot of artists who were heavily reliant on Spotify, if it wasn't really organic to a certain extent, they would be affected by the scrutiny that is upon that platform. Now, I'm not accusing Matlamini of doing anything. It's not just her, okay? We saw everything that went down with Advovo BBL. And I do believe that the reason why she was on the street selling her albums barefoot and stuff like that, it's because they knew that, well, Spotify, it's kind of hard for you to be boating on there because, well, people are looking at it literally with red eyes. So they had to make sure that, it looks like she's selling when it comes to pure sales. That's why she had to go on there handing people the CDs and stuff like that. And I do believe that Doja didn't have a strategy outside of Spotify. And I feel like this might be one of the reasons why the album didn't do so well. Personally, I don't think that it's far fetched to say that she was probably affected by the developments and happenings at Spotify right now. But also, that being said, the album promo, I feel like it wasn't all the way there. Okay, it was okayish. Now, I'm not here to say that she should be getting pregnant to promote an album. I'm not of that school of thought, but I do feel like after what happened with Scarlett, investing a little bit more into the promotion would have been okay, would have been, a little bit more helpful. But still, that being said, I feel like to a larger extent, the flotation is more attributable to the happenings at Spotify. But that being said, the Babs do not care for what exactly, the reason is and stuff like that. So it was reported that, well, Doja Cat's album departed the Billboard 200 after debuting at number 4, spending only 5 weeks on the charts. And this is what one Bab had to say about this entire situation. They said, after all the shots Doja Cat threw at Nicki Minaj and Dochi in her Lose My Mind verse, you would have never thought Karma was about to spin the block on her so soon. And then they quoted her and they said, I've been going over the top where no queen been. And they went ahead and said, now your album has flopped. Now let me know in the comment section, you guys, do you think that this is karma, or do you think that, well, realistically speaking, this is what she's able to sell in this era? And it's not every female rapper who's able to continue keeping the people engaged in their craft, like what the GOT does effortlessly when it comes to female rap. But anyway, let's move on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Let us talk about Lottery Ticket. Now, Lottery Ticket is out there complaining, and it seems like she's not here for how her vocals were done in as far as Summer Walker's album is concerned. And this is what she said. She said, never mind, I just listened and they effed up my auto tune app. And this was in reference to the song that she did with Summer Walker. It seems like she's unhappy with this. And I do not know how things work behind the scenes. Are these artists not supposed to listen to the song that they did before it gets out there? Because why Lottery Ticket are you addressing this on Instagram instead of behind the scenes with Summer? Why didn't you guys have a conversation behind the scenes instead of doing all of this? What are you learning? Are these the new things that you're learning from Advovo BBL? Because it seems like now you're trying to behave like Advovo, basically uneducated, basically illiterate, unreasonable, irrational. Is that what you've been learning, Lottery Ticket? But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Personally, I don't know what to say because I genuinely have not listened to Lottery Tickets music in a long time. Even that song that is on Summer Walker's album, I'm actually yet to sit down and listen to Summer's album. So just let me know in the comment section, does she have a point or not? I saw a lot of people talking about, well, it's actually better on the album. And honestly, I don't want to lie to you, I haven't listened, but I just saw that the way that she's handling things is not how you're supposed to handle things. Now, moving on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Let's talk about let's talk about Advovo BBL and of course her postpartum snapback, snatchback, whatever you want to call it. They are reporting that she welcomed her fourth child, who is a son, with Stephon Diggs, and there's a lot of discourse surrounding that, with some people saying legally the child can still be claimed by Offset. Oh my God, this, oh my God, that. Like, listen, when it comes to issues about that whole household, I mean, who am I to have an opinion in as far as who is claiming which son and stuff like that? They will sort themselves out, okay? The same way they were swapping fluids, they will figure it out. That's not what I'm about to talk about. I'm about to talk about the concept of the snapback. I guess after realizing that the snowman Jeezy is not bringing enough hype to the so-called deluxe and things are not looking good for her, when she realized that, I guess she decided to come on here and deflect the people by talking about his snapback. Soon after the announcement, they were out there releasing pictures of her seated in a gym. And I guess she was expecting praise from the people to say that, look at her, she just dropped a baby, now she's back in the gym, or she's working, or she's getting ready for the tour. And I get it. I get the desperation of keeping people interested in you, especially when you're not delivering that well in as far as music is concerned. So now you decide to learn heavily on the theatrics like this one. These are purely theatrics. I know I've never given birth, but I've seen my sisters give birth. I've seen people around me give birth. And to be announcing today that you just had a baby and then to have your picture circulate when you're sitting in the gym and for you to try and insinuate that you're now working out postpartum, I don't know. I don't know who advised her to do that. I don't know who told her that, well, that propaganda works. It doesn't work. It's not going to work the way you want it to work because it's unrealistic. It's unhealthy. It doesn't deserve praise because women deserve to rest. Okay. So whoever advised her to do that, I'm sorry, like you were mal advised. That person was setting you up because that's exactly the discourse that's going on Twitter, on TikTok. Like, what are you trying to prove? You saw how people ate Nara Smith up for just being herself and having a flat tummy and, posting quick snapback pictures. You saw how people were like when it comes to that. And I believe Nara Smith had given birth a couple of weeks before she posted those pictures, but people were not having it. And you didn't learn from that backlash. You thought you were going to get praise for being in the gym a couple of hours after the announcement that she just gave birth. Like, ma'am, it's regressive. Okay, because there are women that actually do work and that deserve to rest after giving birth. They have 9 to 5s. And when you try to make it seem like it's nothing, giving birth is nothing, going to the gym after a couple of days, like it's never gonna fly. It is never going to fly. And that's not something that you're gonna get praised for. And that's exactly what's going on. I don't know you guys was advising this girl, but whoever it is, you clearly don't like her. Because what are you doing? But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if she's taking advice about pregnancies and snapbacks and snatchbacks, whatever you want to call them, from Ken Baby. Of course, you would do something as dense as this. Oh my God, the desperation to stay relevant is insane. Now, let's talk about the TMZ post. TMZ then announced that, well, she welcomed the baby, blah, 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 blah. Congratulations to her. And then guess what a daft self decided to do? She decided to go on that post because she's desperate to let people know that blogs mess with her as if it's a flex. People that actually do pay blogs, for favors and stuff like that, they don't want it known because that's the smart thing to do. Because at least that blog can still remain, people can look at it as if, they're still objective. But when you go out of your way to announce to the world that a blog is showing you favoritism, what are you expecting to get from that? She thought she was flexing. She thought she was doing something. And whoever responded to her must have been an intern. I know Harvey looked at that and said, "What are you doing?" She went under the announcement and said, "Thank y'all for keeping quiet," with a emoji. Oh my God, you cannot make this ish up. And then TMZ went and responded and said, "It's all love. Congrats, Cardi." And people started eating them up. They were like, "Listen, if you're just going to be doing PR for this girl, just say that." And this explains your bias when it comes to other female rappers. Clearly, you play favorites. You were the first one to quickly release, the news about Rihanna's baby before she could even announce it herself. But for her, you waited for her to announce it yourself and then you posted it afterwards. But now, you're saying it's all love. So are you still a blog or are you just now doing PR for her? People ate them up to the point where they deleted that. Yo, I'm sorry, you guys. I had to cut that because Matipa is around. I told you in my other video that we are celebrating my sister's graduation. So she's around and she's crying. I don't know who did what to her. But anyway, that being said, yeah, TMZ ended up deleting the post, and embarrassing is an understatement. Whoever it is that thought, well, it's a good idea for them to respond to a celebrity telling them it's all love. I don't know who they were trying to annoy. I bet they were thinking they were doing something to annoy Nicki Minaj since Nicki was out there calling them out. So they thought we're flexing on her. Meanwhile, you're just destroying your image in as far as integrity is concerned in the media world. What did you just do? Denseness, denseness, denseness overload. That being said, let's move on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Let's talk about the husband. Now, rumor has it that, well, the husband, Offset, is also allegedly expecting a baby with another woman. And at this point, I'm just like, when it comes to these people, I don't even know what to say. All I can say is that they very much deserve each other. I've said it on this channel that I do not look at Offset as the victim in any of this, okay? Personally, I do feel like they deserve each other. And if Offset is really expecting a baby, yo, what can I say? What can I say? What can I say? Except congratulations, you deserve each other. So why was Offset crying about Advovo BBL having a baby whilst they're still married if he's also out there doing the same thing? By the way, did you see Offset's comment when his project flopped? He said, "Oh, it was just a mixtape. I'm just trying to get out of my deal." And this is why I say they deserve each other. The way they come up with these excuses, they deserve each other. They are the perfect match. Really. I don't really think that Stefan is the perfect match for Advovo BBL. I feel like Offset and Advovo deserve each other because the way he was so quick with the excuses after he realized that he flopped, it's very much giving Advovo BBL. You can tell that they've been cooked in the same pot for the past couple of years. But anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think about that.
It's not that, but you do like when it's.
Listen, man, I went into Twitter Spaces against all my friends.
You like that shit?
You think I'm a glutton for punishment?
Yes, I think you're a glutton for punishment. I think you're a glutton for attention. I think you're a glutton for bullshit.
For attention?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It's not clout chasing. I don't want it to seem clout chasing. It's not that, but you do like when there's bullshit happening and your name is in it. Like you dive right into that shit. Like you like abuse.
I think it's
you like abuse?
More so to address things, but I did.
You like to seem like a martyr?
I wouldn't go that far. A martyr is a little.
You want to seem like a martyr for the culture. I'll take this one on the chin, fellas. Don't worry about it.
This is not one that I want to take on the chin whatsoever. But yes, I did go into Twitter Spaces. I don't think my intentions came off the correct way because I was in there to get my talking to.
Why?
But when I woke up this morning and listened back to some of it, I sounded very, very dismissive in the beginning.
As you should have been.
No, because there were some people in there, because I was on the side of like, everybody knows, the people that know me know who I am and know what it is.
Which is why you shouldn't be talking about it.
But there were people in there that don't know me and were actually searching for an actual response or reply.
And I was, man. I'm not saying, we got to stop saying that.
Can I finish, please?
They weren't searching for shit. They were searching for attention. They were searching to go back and forth with you so they can clip it and put it on their YouTube channels. That's all they were searching for. Nobody was searching for answers. Nobody was hurt. Nobody's children didn't eat last night as a result of tweets that you tweeted, fake tweets 12 years ago. So it's not that serious.
I agree with you that there was definitely people in there with just that intention, but there were some people that were generally just looking for an answer. And I apologize for being dismissive to those people in particular that were just looking for an answer to what some of those tweets and fake retweets and all that was. So I do apologize because I did come off dismissive to some people that did not deserve that were just saw something out of context and was like, yo, what's up with this? And I was a little condescending and dismissive in the beginning. About 20, 30 minutes in, I started to realize, oh shit, all right, we're not doing the joke shit anymore. And at that point, everyone was texting me, get the fuck out of the spaces. And I felt like it was too late then. I got to just stay here because if I run, it's even worse. But I handled that spaces very poorly. I will say that. You are correct about the spaces.
Okay.
I'm saying me personally, after I listened to the space, I felt bad of how I handled being dismissive in the beginning. That's all. So I want to apologize for that.
Why were you being dismissive?
Because when it started, there was, I know people don't understand the term fake retweet, but at a time on Twitter, people they would type out retweet dot someone's at to make it look like they said something when you were battling back and forth on Twitter.
I was there.
So when that was popped up, yes, I was laughing about it, and I was dismissive. And then, you know, people have every right to feel away with or without context. Like I'm not here to argue that. I'm just here to say I handled the spaces poorly. That's all.
I guess it's just like again, I'm gonna just keep going to the age difference between you and me.
I can empathize with somebody looking at my white face in this space for so long, having opinions, and then seeing those tweets and being like, yo, what the fuck? I can see the outrage with it. I'm not here saying like, yo, what's like, why are y'all so mad? I'm not here to say that. But I mean, the one they're the most outraged about, was not in the context that they're making it seem. But with that said, I understand why everyone's outraged. Yesterday, I just was in a different mind state and I was being a fucking dick. Because I thought it was laughable for somebody to call me a raging racist. But this morning,
I did too.
But this morning, with a different lens and a good night's sleep, yeah, I sounded like a fucking asshole. So, I apologize for that.
You here to apologize to all the victims?
I'm not, don't put words in my mouth.
Are you here to apologize to everyone that was offended and was hurt?
Sure. If somebody was offended by that, I do apologize.
All right. I mean, if that's how you feel, then cool.
But I mean,
I'm just saying, can you do me a favor from now on?
Don't go in spaces.
Exactly.
Listen, man.
Just that simple. Why are you going to spaces? And that wasn't even your spaces to go in.
That's true.
Like you just walk in. You just walk into dumb shit. Like how you just bump your head on bullshit all the time.
And throughout the entire thing, I was just making it worse. Like I didn't go in there and make anything better. Yeah, I just continued. Anytime it even got like to an okay place, I made it 10 times worse.
I'm all for spaces when it's like a group of people that's having like a real conversation about some real shit. And, it's like, okay, cool. This is a cool. But you could just tell when there's people in the room that just want to have a moment. It's like, I'm not talking to you. I'm not, who is this?
Please. Sorry.
Who is this? Who is this? Show me your bed, nigga. I want to see your bed before you talk to me. Don't talk to me until I see your sheets. Don't talk to me until I see your bathroom.
I felt like when Maul be like, yo, just like get off the phone. That's what I just got off the phone and like went to the club and I was like, yo, none of these niggas would ever be in here. Like,
that's not a real thing.
It's not real. The internet is not real.
It's like, what are we talking about? Like that shit is not. Now, in the same vein, I will say I've met some really cool people
for sure
via social media over the years that I, salute to them. And some of us are like really close friends and have great relationships to this day. So you do align with certain people that, you end up having a lot in common with and they understand you and things like that. So shout out to them. I'm never speaking to them. I appreciate those people. But the people that is just looking for a moment and just looking for something to be mad about and something to be offended about. I don't have time to talk to those people. Those are the same people that feel like the white man got their foot on their neck. I ain't got time for that. I don't want to talk to those people.
And I understand you feeling that way, but you also have to look at the other side of my white face. Yes, people can be outraged if I make an, no pun intended, off-colored joke. Like, that's fine. They can be upset. I get it. I just went.
Yeah, they can. It's a choice. Yeah. It's a choice to be upset about that.
And I mean, I apologize if you are. And
listen, if I can never be mad at you for being, a racist? Nice guy. Well, that too. If you're a racist, I can't listen. That's your prerogative. But I mean, yeah, like
that's your personal business.
It's your business. If you racist, that should be. It doesn't affect me at all. But I don't know, man. I just people are just. We got to get past certain things. Like certain things that continue to be conversations to me is just like it's almost like clockwork. You can almost tell. Like you can tell when a girl about to ask you for some money. Like never talk to a girl from the 21st of the month. To the second.
She say, yo, I'm stressed out.
She gonna start huffing and puffing. After 2 huffs, hang up. Because the 3rd huff, she gonna be like, yo, she need something that's gonna cost you. You don't talk to women from the 9th to the 18th.
Okay.
Of each month.
Yo, gotcha. I just realized I'd be like,
yeah, I ain't got time for that. Once you start doing that.
And it's the bait too, because you be like, yo, what's wrong? You all right?
I got a lot. I got so much going on.
Stress, like.
I'm stressed.
Yeah.
And then you want to seem concerned.
Now all of a sudden her mom's sick.